All right, the kids have been back in school for only about a month now, and already it's likely you've been asked to volunteer for the PTA or some fundraising events.
So did you succumb to the parental peer pressure and sign up, or have you gone running for the hills? Bruce Feiler is the father of two who wrote an article for the New York Times called "It's Okay to Skip That Bake Sale," and Linda Fears is the mother of three and the editor-in-chief of Family Circle magazine. Great to see you both.
Bruce, you're very gutsy to write this article. I'm sure it probably touched a nerve.
Hornet's nest.
Yeah, right?
It is. Look, I think that, so let's just be clear about it. We know a couple of things, okay, from all the research, which number one is the more parents are involved in their kids' education, that's great. Monitoring their homework, meeting the teacher, that's great. If you can volunteer, if you're inclined, it's great. The schools need the help. They're overstretched, they're underfunded. But we also know that volunteering isn't going to help your child get ahead in school. And by the way, we also know it breeds some resentment, like, after all I did for the school, you gave my child that grade?
Right.
And we also know it's not the standard of good parenting. So if you are too busy, if you've got a toddler at home, you know, if you have kids in different schools, you don't have to feel guilty if you say no.
And it does become competitive among a lot of the moms, doesn't it, there? When it comes to
you think?
Yeah, I mean,
mommy wars.
but as I was saying before, dads never feel guilty that they're not volunteering enough at school. So it definitely is a mom thing. But as Bruce says, just say no, or do what you can. There's a lot of volunteering opportunities that are either a night or perhaps a weekend, or the one class trip during the year, which, by the way, your child probably will remember you going on,
or may not want you to go.
Or may not if they get a little older. They definitely don't want you chaperoning the school social, by the way.
That's exactly right. They do not want that. Now, there's also some pressure for these bake sales. First of all, sometimes you're not allowed bake sales anymore because of the calorie police.
Allergies.
But allergies and things. But then there's the other thing, which is you can't, if it's not home baked. You can't go out and buy something because you're stressed with time and serve it. It has to be home baked.
Look, we are in this age of parenting and over-parenting, and I'm a new dad. I'm one of these dads that's very involved. At the same time, we know, for example, that even working moms today spend more time with their kids than non-working moms did in the past. There is a kind of change that's going on, and I think that's where the pressure comes from. Like, is this expected? Is this, where is that line between what's the normal responsibility of a parent and what is over-parenting or helicopter parenting, which we've learned a lot about?
Linda, is not good for your child at all. They've got to learn independence along the way.
Absolutely. And really, as we talked a little bit about before, what's most important for your child and for the teachers, frankly, is that they get a good night's sleep, they get a good breakfast, you help them be organized, make sure their homework's done. That's going to help your child the most at the end of the day.
It's such a generational thing, it seems, because our parents didn't go to school.
I mean, there was never one parent-teacher conference.
I don't remember. So when did all this happen?
Well, it is new, I think, because people now work and they parent, right? The idea of volunteering, the things that all of our parents used to do, whether it's the church or the synagogue or the local community center, that really is what's fallen back. So, I think what can you do? I think what you can, go to school and meet the teacher. Like, you're never going to regret that. Say, if you need me, give me a call. We know that the teachers will get involved more if they know the parents are watching. But you know what a parent should do? Monitor the hallways at home and don't worry about the hallways at school.
Unless doesn't need to.
Ask creative questions. Tell me, don't just say, what'd your kid do? How was school today? You're going to get a fine and a grunt, right? Say, exactly, be specific.
What'd you learn in math class? What experiment did you do in bio today?
Be specific.
What can you show me? One of my daughter's teachers sends home an Ask Me About sheet every week that says, and there's 14 things. It's genius, because we know what to ask about.
Oh, that's right.
And it can
That's a good idea.
conversation.
All right, well,
thank you both
so much for coming to see us.